expensive. What am I talking about, high-tech dirt? Talking about the bountiful harvest of data on the farm, on the headline pricing. What do they mean? Ag data. Ag data is a big deal. We're trying to capture farming data from the tractors and combines. Now, why? Take a look at this from the farmer's viewpoint. From the farmer's viewpoint, it's all about optimizing their farm. They got to plant. You don't want to plant the two rows of the same. You don't want to plant the same crop twice in the same row. You don't want to skip a row. You want to manage your rows properly. So that data helps in telemetrics. John Deere was showing them back around 2004 how to use telemetrics to line up your tractor, get the row straight, never double the row, never skip a row, get it all right in the planting. Similarly for the harvesting, since then they started expanding that out to spraying. When you think about fertilizers being a big deal, you don't want to put too much fertilizer on your farm. That's just wasted fertilizer. It gets run off, goes into the creek, kills fish, and then eventually everybody gets upset. So you don't want to waste fertilizer. Not only is it bad for the environment, it's a cost. Farmers do not want to waste fertilizer. But it's not just fertilizer. We got pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, all of these other crop protection things. You don't want to use too much crop protection. That's waste of money. So if I can reduce my requirements for inputs and improve my yields, I can make more money as a farmer. That's optimizing my output of my farming. So that data is going up and down and through the satellites. It's being managed, being aggregated. And you have to look at who's aggregating that data. You got the old companies that have been in the farming industry for a long time, like DuPont, Deere, Cargill, Monsanto. Monsanto has made $1 billion worth of acquisitions in the last few years in ag data. Then you got some new upstarts like FarmMobile, Granular, and Grower Information Services Co-op. Slightly more positive I am on these firms in comparing the Zipcar versus their cooperative equivalent. Zipcar definitely dominated that market. So I'm hopeful for these for-profit firms, and I understand the need for co-op. Well, what is driving that need for co-ops? Well, where's the real money? Yes, there's a lot of value in managing data coming off that farm. But the value isn't just for the farmer, it's for the futures traders. Talking about the Chicago Mercantile Exchange right here in Chicago. If that data accurately forecast expected yields, that will definitely influence the futures markets for beans and corn or wheat and all those other commodities being sold and traded on the Mercantile Exchange. If it's accurate, or simply more accurate than what's coming out of the Feds, traders will have big wins by trading on the output of that data. Now, how do you get more accurate data on the yields of your farming commodities? You increase the number of farmers on your platform. Up to a point, accuracy will increase with the number of farmers on the platform. So the big question then comes is, okay, so if I'm really selling data to futures market, who's going to earn money off this data? How does that get back to the farmer? Now you see why the co-op is in the game. You get the money back to the farmer. It's a new market, ag market. Competitors are piling in. Some will fail. Others will succeed. How do you know if you're going to fail or succeed? How do you make sure you succeed in this brand new to the world market? Wiglaf told like Mesoamerican dudes, so take a look at this market and realize it is a two-sided market with positive externalities going to the person who aggregates minimal viable scale of farming data. So you have a race for market share of farmers using your platform to aggregate that data. How do you win the race for market share in a whole new-to-the-world product? You use penetration pricing. In this case, penetration pricing makes sense. In this particular case. Now, generally, I'm focusing more on neutral pricing, Why? Traders in this two-sided market are basically subsidizing farmers through the data aggregator intermediaries to create the market for farming data. So penetration pricing on the farmer side increases the value on the trader side of this two-sided market. Want to learn more about pricing and new product launches? Choose a day, choose them all. Value-based pricing and corporate strategy, a week's worth of courses held right here in Chicago.